Good morning and welcome to our daily video log, Happy Tales 2.
The misadventures of 5 dogs and 2 humans traveling from Alabama to Wyoming.
Well, now yesterday, that seemed like an incredible amount of windshield time.
A lot more than the only 5 hours of actual drive time that it was.
Oh gosh, I have to agree. We started the morning in our usual way. Having had breakfast, we usually exit the hotel and look for a local dog park to exercise our crew prior to our first long drive.
And many of these are destination dog parks that we have scheduled along the way, but some are just enough to get the job done, which is what our first stop in Sikeston, Missouri did just that.
This dog park had a small fenced-in area, but it had good grass and ample space for our children to take care of business and get a little exercise in prior to the long drive. But I will say that it did have a great name.
That it did. This is our second time to encounter a dog park named Lucy's Dog Park. We had another Lucy's Dog Park in Colorado last year. Our girl's quite popular.
Extremely so. After that, they got a little exercise. We loaded up and we set out on what we thought would be a rather quick 5-hour drive headed to Fantastic Caverns. Now, sounds funny for me to say a quick 5-hour drive, but we've done 5 hours several times. I mean, 8 hours, 10 hours even.
Yeah,
so not that big a deal. So, but having never gone through Missouri on previous trips, it was easy for us to get a little sidetracked.
We saw a lot of squirrels. Forever on the lookout for pop-up dog parks. We'll have a video about that a little bit later. Mm-hmm. We noticed a park area with a sizable river running next to it. These places usually work out great. So we pulled Silver Britches over off the road. It was Van Buren, Missouri, and we let the kids out to swim and play.
We also took in a local burger joint, which was evidently the meeting place this Sunday, since it had just reopened for the season. I have to say that our crew was as much of a hit to all the guests as the food was to us.
Yes, everybody was getting their Jolly Burger hit. Now, in these wide open spaces, it's difficult to ignore different road signs, and I'm glad the American-made general store sign caught Garrett's eye. It's located in Rogersville, Missouri. This mini warehouse is a store. It has everything from candy, clothes, furniture, everything made in the USA. Anyone that knows me and my dad knows that is right up our alley.
Since we kept getting sidetracked, I felt like I had to stand on it in a bit to make it in time to check out Fantastic Caverns, which we did for one of the last trips into the caverns.
These caverns were discovered by a local farmer who kept it a secret for 5 years during the Civil War. These caverns, featuring stalactites and stalagmites, which are hundreds of thousands of years old, are part of the multitude of caverns located in Missouri, which is why Missouri is called the Cave State.
Well, actually, the caverns weren't discovered by a farmer.
You're exactly right. No, as a matter of fact, they were not. I'll give you a hint. It was something to do with why we stopped.
The caverns were actually stumbled upon by the owner's dog, Juno, while he was chasing an animal. The new owners have kept with the tradition, honoring Juno's memory, because this tour is, of course, pet-friendly.
So we loaded up Nick, Blondie, and Keely for a tour. And despite the fact that Juno was actually a bloodhound, Lucy had absolutely nothing to do with it. No interest at all.
She would not even get into the Jeep. After coming out of the caverns, we got the entire crew, including Lucy, and set out to explore the grounds. Outside of the caverns, rather ample area, ample green space. So
after the caverns, we were so tired, we skipped supper, went straight to our hotel in Kansas City.
That was an incredibly long 5-hour driving day.
Oh, have no fear. We have another one tomorrow.
Counting the hours and driving the miles,
we're having a great time.
Ain't even there yet.